When I was 16, I realized something, and I didn't really quite understand how powerful it was at the time. But I knew one thing: I didn't want to live limited, and I didn't want to wake up one day feeling stuck. And that one simple decision to think differently that early is the reason why my life looks the way that it does right now. So when I was 16, I didn't have any money, I didn't have any connections, and I was not surrounded by entrepreneurs. I was just a normal girl from Birmingham, UK, but I had this internal knowing, like financial freedom isn't optional, not for luxury, but for control. And that's the difference. Most people want more money, but I just want control over my life. And this is what most people miss. They wait until they're 25, 30 or 40 before they start thinking like that. But I started early, and that changes your entire trajectory. So when I was 16, I set an intention, not casually, seriously. One of my friends, they asked me, what do you want? Asked a few of us actually, and we all answered our question, but I said financial freedom. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but everything in my life filtered through that. My relationships, my work, my environment, my energy, my discipline, my routine. And if something didn't align with that intention, it had to go. And that was uncomfortable sometimes, but that was structure. And it wasn't even like I was intentionally going back to that concept and that intention that I set. It's just actually setting that intention in that moment literally created a path for my life. There was times where I tried many different things and times where I did feel behind, but I never let go of the intention even when it looked unrealistic. And sometimes I would try some things and maybe it didn't work out and I didn't continue, but I didn't continue for a reason, because there was always going to be something better for me, something more aligned, something that I can tap into more, that was going to give me the results that intention I set a long time ago was going to give me. I never let go of that intention, even when it felt unrealistic, even when people around me weren't thinking like that. And that's the part that nobody sees. Consistency isn't like glamorous, it's quiet. So now I'm 22, I'm living in Thailand whilst traveling the world, and I wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. I go to work for 6 a.m. I finish work at 8 a.m. So I'm working for 2 hours and then my whole day is mine. I feel so free. And I'm not saying that to flex at all. I'm saying that because I'm genuinely grateful and I need to share this gratitude with the world. And I remember when it was just a thought in my head, but the one thing that changed was just discipline over time. So here's what I understood at 16 that most people ignore. Freedom isn't accidental. You don't just stumble into it, you build it. And you build it through entrepreneurship, ownership, consistency, and alignment. You cannot build freedom whilst relying on permission, and that's just the truth. If you're watching this and you're stuck, it's not because you're incapable, it's because you haven't structured your life around freedom yet. You might want it, but are your decisions aligned with it? Are your habits aligned with it? Is your income aligned with it? And I don't just mean the amount you're making, but where you're making it, how you're making it. That's the real question. So the reason why I started my community is because I realized most people don't need any hype or anything like that. They actually just need clarity. They need structure. They need to understand how to build something that compounds, not jump between ideas. And inside, I break down exactly how I built mine. Calmly, structured, and without the fluff, you get me? Because this isn't about quick money. It's about building a life that you don't need to escape from. If that resonates with you, the link's there. If not, just start setting a real intention. That's where everything begins.